Hello guys and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to go into the details of the white paper of the Octa Space. So this is the end of white paper, but before that we will quickly look at the basic information about the project, and which is the market cap, uh, and that is around $65 million. And this is the chart. I guess let's see how old this project is. I mean this is a fairly new project, if I may say. And yeah, that's it. Now if you want any other information, you can go to the website as well to find some more information if you want. Otherwise we'll quickly move to the white paper because that is what matters. So yeah, so this is the abstract and this is the introduction. So we'll quickly go through the introduction part. The backbone of the internet infrastructure is controlled by cloud compute providers that process and store essentially the entire world's data, which is, I guess, pretty understandable. With a handful of providers gaining more share each year, the cost of compute will only continue to rise, reducing the number of services that can operate. To address this, Octaspace takes a distinct approach by utilizing spare unused compute across the globe to build a scalable distributed compute system that presents itself to users as a unified entity. So again, if you do not understand this, then let me clarify that it simply means that, let's assume that you have extra GPU power unused in your computer or in your laptop or PC, then you can provide it to projects like Octaspace. Again, these kind of concepts are not that novelty nowadays because there are many projects like that, but ultimately they are going to, if you can rent that GPU power to the Octaspace network, and they will give it to the companies that need more GPU power. For example, many companies need to provide rendering services, and many companies need AI related processing power. So there are many use cases for that. And even previous video which I made, I forgot the project's name, but I think one video which I made was about OPSEC, and the other one was about Blender AI. I guess Blender AI also has a similar concept. So yeah, uh, so that's it. Now let's move forward. You can go through some of this basic introduction part if you want to. I gave you the core idea. Now let's move to the architecture. The following picture shows the core components and interfaces: Node, VPN, machine learning storage, which comes in the application layer. And yeah, you can go through it as well. Now let's move to the core part of the white paper, which is blockchain. Octaspace employs a multi-layered blockchain system to provide a secure and efficient platform for users. At its core is a layer 1 proof of work blockchain secured using the Pearl 51% guard technique, which provides robust protection against network attacks. In addition, Octaspace uses a layer 2 uh, POA blockchain based on validators to speed up transactions for billing operations without compromising the security of the layer 1 blockchain. So let me explain to you this small paragraph because it is important. And again, this is not at all an investment advice, but I'm going to use the example of chess to help you understand this particular paragraph. So what they're saying here right now is that they will have the first layer, which will be proof of work, and the second layer will be proof of authority. So generally, proof of authority is used to validate small scale blockchain transaction and all that stuff. So if you see, the proof of work blockchain will do all the major authenticate hard work, and the proof of authority will do the things that need business. I mean the things uh, which is related to the outcome, which is to have billing operations and all that stuff. So If you compare it with the game of chess, then the smart players or the advanced players, they simply uh, try to play all the hard moves to control the center in the game, and also the chess players will the top chess players will do all the hard work to put their pieces in the right place, which is very similar to creating a proof of work layer 1 proof of work blockchain. And in the second part, after doing all the hard work, they would try to attack the opponent and use the pieces which they have placed uh, in the majority part of the game, and use those pieces to attack and win the game. So similarly here also, the proof of work blockchain will do the major work, the all the hard work, but the output related work will be done by the layer 2 blockchain. So again, this is not an online investment advice, because if I use the example of chess, you might get excited to invest in Octa Space or something like that. But this is not at all an investment advice. It is just a metaphor to help you understand what they're trying to do here. Let's move forward. By using this layer 2 proof of authority blockchain, Octaspace can process a high volume of transactions quickly and efficiently for billing operations, such as charging users for the services they have used. The platform's innovative blockchain architecture demonstrates its commitment to providing a secure and stable platform for its users while ensuring fast and efficient billing transactions. Overall, Octaspace blockchain infrastructure is a testament to its focus on security and efficiency, providing a reliable and scalable solution for distributed computing. Again, guys, not at all an investment advice, but what they're trying to mention here is that providing a reliable means proof of work blockchain, which is very similar to doing all the hard work in chess to put your pieces in the right square. And scalable solution means the things that need faster solutions to create a proper output, which is again very similar to trying to attack your opponent using the pieces which you have uh, put during the entire game on the right square. So that's what it is. Now let's move forward with the layer 1 network 2.2. Octaspace layer 1 network is a proof of work blockchain used for front end user financial operations using the native coin Octa. These are some of the basic network details. You can go through it, otherwise the video will get very long because there are many pages left, and we have already done 8 minutes of video almost. Now let's move to layer 2 network. Octaspace employs a layer 2 proof of authority network that serves as a side chain for the layer 1 network. This proof of authority network is used for internal transactions related to the node services and is supported by a set of validators. The layer 2 network is designed to handle high frequency, high usage operations with lightning fast performance and seamless operations. This translates to reduce operational cost, speedy transactions, and a massive boost in charging operations uh, throughput for Octaspace. By utilizing this layer 2 proof of authority network, Octaspace can ensure fast and efficient processing of internal transactions, allowing for a smoother user experience and improved overall platform performance. Again, here not at all an investment advice, but if you read this, then what you will identify is that the same thing is being mentioned in a different way, which is about layer 2, which will be able to handle the high frequency, high usage operations with lightning fast performances, where all the blockchain related actions happens just like the game of chess, which I mentioned earlier as well. That uh, in the first half of the game, or in the 70% part of the game, the professional player will do the work which is here being done by the layer 1, not layer 2 but layer 1, through proof of work. And then in the second layer, proof of authority, all the actions will happen the way they name it a side chain. So even in chess also, in the second or the later part of the game, all the actions happen, pieces gets exchanged and complex situations arise and all that stuff happens. So very similar to that. So the layer 1 and layer 2 concept again being mentioned here. Now let's move forward. Blockchain gateways, sorry. Octaspace blockchain gateways provide unified API. You can go through it. It is sorry, it is about API, and this is about the application layer and octa core. So we'll go through that. The octa core and application layer serves as the engine of the system, seamlessly handling all the requests for compute rentals and providing an interface for creating services on top of resources provided by the nodes. Again, not at all an investment advice, but if you try to understand the game of chess, then uh, the center of the game, the more you control the center square of the game of the board, more your pieces can move seamlessly in complex situations, which will give you solid advantage throughout the game. And similarly, the octa-core application layer and octa-core works as an engine of the system. So even in the chess, center is the engine of your entire game, so it allows to seamlessly move your pieces. And similarly here, this system allows all the request for compute rentals, which will be given to the nodes, I guess, and through which all this communication will happen, and it can happen seamlessly if octa core and applications works or functions properly. Now let's move forward. It communicates with the nodes and user applications, making it effortless for users to access and use the resources. Other core engine operations of the octa core and application layer include all these things. You can go through it. A resource layer. Octa chain is a powerful blockchain network, but the primary goal of the project is to provide practical applications and to bridge the gap between those who have computational resources and those who need them. This is where Octa nodes come in. This layer consists of hardware nodes connected to the Octa Space cloud. These hardware nodes are connected to the Octa Space cloud and form the foundation of our compute and services marketplace, providing the necessary computational power to meet the demands of various tasks and services. The nodes are equipped with the blend of CPUs and GPUs, memory and disk space that allow them to handle distributed workload with ease. Octaspace seamlessly connects these nodes together to deliver optimal performance and efficiency. Machines with powerful GPUs can perform uh, AIML tasks, while common machines can act as VPN gateways or provide disk storage for services like file sharing or host applications deployed by users. Again, guys, not at all an investment advice, but what this hardware part will do is that this hardware nodes are very similar to playing the middle game of chess. If if you play the middle game well in the chess, then you are allowed to make small mistakes in the chess opening and even in the end game. But if you play the middle game well, then you can control the entire game properly. Similarly, these hardware nodes are the key because these are connected to the Octa Space cloud. But more importantly, it is the foundation of the computation power, and especially the marketplace where all the buying and selling of the uh, computational power will happen. Then they will provide the necessary computational power to meet the demands for the various tasks and the services. So again, you can say that this is one of the most important part of the. Of course, everything is important. Even in the chess, everything is important. The opening is important. The end game is important. But if you play the middle game well, then you are allowed to make some mistakes in the opening and end game. Small mistakes, not big ones. So here also similarly, the hardware nodes are a very essential part. That's what I understood, because again, you can go through the white paper if you have more questions, because I will do my best as much as I can in this 30-minute small video. Anyways, let's move forward. API and UI, you can go through this. This is not as important. Of course, it is important, but not as essential. Nodes. A node is a Linux machine with special software installed called OAS, which enables octa-core to establish a secure communication channel with the node. So, of course, node is what you understood. Hardware and software requirements, these are, I guess, for people who are interested in taking part of this, being part of this project, and not only they want to stay as investor. Now let's move to the security part. Security is of utmost importance to us, and we take various measures to eliminate possible security risks for users running our software ORC on their machines. Open sourcing ORC, which allows for audits by other people to ensure that the software does not have any malicious code, keeping code base of ORC as small as possible for ease of auditing, running node software under a non-privileged user and not granting any permission that are not needed for its operation, regular software updates to ensure that the latest security patches are applied, along with comprehensive testing of software to detect and address any potential security issues. These measures are in place to ensure that our users can have peace of mind when using our system and their data and resources are secure. We take the security of our users very seriously and are continuously working to improve our system's security features. Again, guys, not at all an investment advice, but security is something which is very similar to doing complex 8 to 10 moves long calculations during a chess game. So you are always going to make some mistake while doing so many long calculations. And similarly, security precautions works that way only. So these are the precautions that are they are going to take, but thing is that only with time you can master the art of keeping the network secure, which is very similar to again the game of chess, in which with time and years of practice only you will be able to master the art of doing complex calculations without making any mistakes. So yeah, securities, I guess, which is very similar to that. Now let's move to the verification part. Verification is critical to ensuring that the node infrastructure operates smoothly and reliably, which is essential for providing high quality services to end users. Every new node that joins the Octa Space cloud must be verified and confirmed to meet the necessary requirement to provide services. Periodic re-verification checks are conducted on verified nodes. It is therefore essential to monitor the status of your nodes to avoid them being changed to an unverified status. The checks performed to ensure that the node is properly configured may include, but are not limited to, meeting minimum hardware requirements. And all these things are there. So very verification is also something which is similar to doing complex calculations. So once you are done with 8 or 10 move long uh, chess complex calculation, then you will have to verify it again by doing the same calculation again, and if possible multiple times. So the again, not at all an investment advice, this is just a metaphor, but this verification of the nodes is very similar to doing the calculation again once you are done with that calculation. Now let's move to the services part. At Octaspace, we are committed to providing innovative and practical services to address the needs of end users. Our range of services includes solutions for everyday problems, from simple file sharing between friends to performing complex calculations and more. Our team is continually striving to bring new and cutting edge services to our users. We are excited to share some of our existing and upcoming services with you. Our services have been designed with end users in mind, and we believe they will have significant practical applications in their daily lives. We are constantly improving, evolving our offerings and all that stuff. Now these are, I guess, the services. Let's go to that. Octaspace offers a unique GPU marketplace where users can rent or rent out GPU compute power, which is the core of this project, I guess. Our GPU rental service provides users with the availability to leverage powerful GPU for tasks in AI, ML, CGI rendering, and other fields that require high performance computing. Our support for both NVIDIA and AMD GPUs expands the range of tasks that can be tackled. Users can securely access their rented GPU instances through the SSH protocol, and also have the option of using Jupyter and Livebook systems for interactive access. By combining rented GPU instances into a cluster, users can develop and execute distributed programs. For instance, users can use TensorFlow or PyTorch for distributed training of ML models. Our aim is to empower users with the resource they need to solve complex problems and accelerate their projects by providing powerful and reliable GPU rental options. Again, not at all an investment advice, but the GPU marketplace concept is very similar to the concept of chess, because here buyers and sellers are getting connected through the GPU compute power. So buyers and sellers will have a marketplace for the GPU compute power through the Octa Space network, which is very again similar to the concept of chess, where at the time of attack, if you are trying to attack your opponent, and at that moment, the more your PCs are connected internally properly with each other, smoothly with each other, more you're likely to win the game during the attack. Similarly, when someone is going to use this compute power, and the more power they have at the lower cost, it is very high, high probability that they will be able to complete the complex task very easily. So that's what the GPU marketplace is all about. Now, VPN. Okta VPN offers a variety of key benefits to its users. One of the main advantages is its ease of setup, which is made possible by utilizing non-modified open source. Okay, so this is there one of the product. Hashcash, let's move to that. Hashcash is a powerful password recovery service that can perform cracking operations on a large scale. The system utilizes multiple nodes that work together in a coordinated way to speed up the cracking process. By dividing the cracking workload among the nodes, Hashcash can efficiently crack passwords and perform other related operations much faster than a single machine ever could. Hashcash Hashcash is highly configurable and can be optimized for different types of cracking operation. All that stuff you can go through it. Now let's move to the another product, which is distributed rendering, which is again very important. Octa Space offers a distributed rendering service that enables content creators and studios to render massive video edits quickly and economically. This service utilizes the power of multiple nodes working together in a coordinated manner to accelerate the rendering process. Again, not at all an investment advice, but I cannot stop this paragraph from comparing it to chess, because here the way multiple nodes will connect to solve the complex and accelerate the complex task of rendering, which is generally a slow process, which is very similar to the game of chess, where different pieces needs to work together in order to do a successful attack and win the game. By dividing the workload among the nodes, they can work in parallel on different parts of the rendering task, significantly reducing the time and cost required to complete the process. Again, not at all an investment advice, but it is very similar to the concept of chess, because when you attack, and then the more pieces you have while you are attacking your opponent's king, then more you distribute the complex task of taking the responsibility of the attack. So if five pieces are attacking the opponent's king, then you divide the complex task of attacking your opponent's king through by five pieces. And if three pieces are going to attack, then you divide the complex responsibility only by three pieces, which is not that good. So which is very similar. That's how you can understand this, that the nodes, they can work in parallel or on different parts of the rendering task. So the more nodes are connected and taking part in the rendering process, higher the odds that the rendering process will be done more quickly and more efficiently. Let's move forward. Our distributed rendering service is highly configurable and optimized for different types of rendering tasks, whether it is video editing or CGI rendering. Our team continuously strive to improve the service to meet the changing needs of our users with Octaspace distributed rendering services, content create, blah blah blah. Let's move forward. Instant file sharing. Octaspace offers a secure and convenient solution for file sharing through its instant secure file sharing service. This service provides a user-friendly interface for uploading files and generating a short link that can be easily shared with others. These are the file sharing things. Let's move to the monetary policy. Octa is a primary payment instrument and currency used to pay for the services provided by Octaspace, as well as rewards to node owners and dividend payments for Octa holders. In order to maintain stable inflation levels, Octaspace implements a finite monetary policy. The policy consists of a series of eras, each with a set duration and total coin supply. The block reward for each era is gradually reduced as shown in table 1 to decrease inflation and ensure controlled supply of Octa tokens. In summary, the finite monetary policy ensures that the supply of Octa tokens remains stable and controlled, while also providing rewards to those who contribute to the network through mining and staking. The gradual reduction of block rewards in each era helps to decrease inflation and maintain a healthy token economy for the long term benefit of the Octaspace community. Now, again, this is not at all an investment advice, but if you see the monetary policy, then it is very similar to the concept of Bitcoin, although Bitcoin is totally different thing. But you can, say that the Bitcoin also has a finite supply and this guys also has a finite supply. But again, let me be clear that Bitcoin doesn't have any intermediaries here. The project will be driven by the team, so that's why I keep saying that this is not at all an investment advice. Just keep that in mind. So these are the details regarding their coins and stuff. Now this is the staking thing. Octa Space introduces a staking mechanism to incentivize holding of the Octa currency. This mechanism allows users to lock a certain amount of Octa and run a node to receive rewards. To activate staking, do the following: reward distribution. These are the reward distribution for the staking, I guess. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys in this project, the white paper. And I hope that you really enjoyed this video, and nothing in this video is definitely an investment advice. Definitely not an investment advice. Sorry for that mistake. Nothing in this video is not at all an investment advice. And I hope that you were able to understand the white paper, and with the help of chess, I guess you understood the white paper nicely. So yeah, that's all I have for you in this video. If you want to join my Telegram channel, then I would appreciate that. You can join the Telegram channel. I'll put the link in the description. And yeah, if you really like the video, then I guess you can hit the like button, and also you can subscribe to my channel, because I will keep putting more and more crypto videos from now on.